October 10, 2018, Hurricane Michael made landfall in northwest Florida, with winds reaching 160 miles per hour.
It is the first Category 4 to hit the Panhandle since 1851, the most powerful storm to hit the U.S. in the month of October ever. And it has already knocked out power to more than 150,000 homes and businesses.
10 months later, with the hurricane upgraded to a Category 5, houses and trees still show major damage, and the Panama City community is working hard to restore a sense of normalcy.
We lost 4 fire stations. We lost 3 of our police stations. We lost the Sheriff's Department building, and then we also lost both of our hospitals.
Each year, members from GE's Accelerated Leadership Program participate in an experiential trip that connects them with communities in need. The mission of XLP is to unleash potential and accelerate growth, to create domain leaders who shape the industries we serve. This experience is part of an intensive journey designed to build General Electric's future leaders. In 2019, 35 XLPs spent 5 days working with NGOs on rehabilitation projects to help repair the damage done by Hurricane Michael. The XLP team partnered with the Gulf Coast Regional Medical Center, American Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, and All Hands and Hearts to help advance relief efforts already underway in the Panama City Beach area. The XLP team kicked off their experiential trip at the Panama City Rescue Mission, whose mission is to support homeless and hurting people in their time of need. Since Michael, the dynamic of homelessness has changed, and the need for help has surged.
Today we worked with the Panama City Rescue Mission. We had a group cleaning and preparing and cooking and getting ready to serve the food, and we also had a group working outside on just cleaning the grounds, painting, knocking structures down, any of the really manual work that the rescue mission needed done, we were here to do.
So today has been completely amazing. As you know, we went through Hurricane Michael about 10 months ago, and just to have you guys come in, the GE group come in and help offset a lot of the labor that we cannot do, it's just been amazing. We're just so blessed to be able to have you all walk alongside us and help do some of the dirty work.
We are so happy and grateful to have the GE XLP team volunteering with us here at the Panama City Rescue Mission. The learning to have compassion as leaders, I think it's a wonderful program that GE has, and we are just delighted to have them working with us here and making a real difference.
This community was heavily impacted by Hurricane Michael. 25,000 people lost their homes. In any help that they can get, they want. And it was an absolute privilege for us to be able to come in and just help and just give our time for the day.
The Gulf Coast Regional Medical Center was one of the 2 major hospitals in the area that are still functional after the storm. The center sustained serious damage, including the loss of their wound care facility and a staggering amount of debris in the parking lot. All of the patients had to be evacuated, and many of the more critically ill patients still have yet to return due to the dangers of transport.
35 of us came down here to the Gulf Coast Medical Center and helped them revitalize their campus. So we have divided our group into a couple different groups. One group is painting lines in the parking lot for the staff to make sure that they have a decent looking parking lot. Another group of us is building a fence. Another group is going around and picking up trash and cleaning up. And the last group is erecting signs around the campus and making sure they're upright.
Well, that means a lot that these guys take the time out their time to flew all in and put hands together and work as a team. It's such a help. We love it. Thank you guys.
The American Red Cross has been delivering relief for residents reeling from Hurricane Michael's impact. To date, along with their partners, they have served over 2 million meals and snacks, provided over 45,000 overnight stays in shelters, and distributed over 270,000 relief items. With all that's been lost, there's not a lot of margin for the community to withstand any more catastrophe. So they also help the community to remain safe by providing smoke detectors at no cost. The XLP team helped install smoke detectors in over 70 homes in just 4 hours. And more importantly, they were able to connect with the community and get firsthand accounts of how people were impacted.
We've visited different homes where we have installed smoke alarms, and we have met the people who are living in those homes who have been, for some of them, badly hit by the Michael hurricane. Definitely some of the area is really damaged, and many of the people we have met, they were having other topics in mind than smoke alarms, and they were also feeling that in some extent we were bringing some relief in one of the topics they didn't have to keep in mind and to manage themselves. They were definitely happy to see us coming their way.
They visited approximately 70 homes where they inventoried how many smoke alarms were in the house, provided a safety briefing, and then installed free 10-year battery smoke alarms. When you come out in groups, you exponentially expand our volunteer capability. So we can do 70 homes in one day where it may have taken us months with the volunteer corps, especially that we have now, to be able to go out and do that. So that's a major help, especially in the situation after the storm.
We are helping the best way we can. We have the feeling of helping them to make one additional baby step in the correct direction. This is going to be a long recovery, but we can contribute, and when we are living and they have a smile on their face, it's one thing that is definitely making our day as well.
Habitat for Humanity has been supporting disaster relief in the United States for over 20 years. Their primary role is to focus on one of the most underfunded aspects of disaster response, long-term recovery. After Hurricane Michael, Habitat expanded its capacity in the area to repairing homes, as well as building new ones. The XLP team partnered with Habitat on 2 homes, erecting walls, grading lots, laying sod, and building 2 sheds over the course of 4 days. Habitat has since completed one of the homes and has plans to build 7 new homes in the next year.
We're volunteering at the Habitat for Humanity. We're building a house for 2 elderly women whose previous house was destroyed by the hurricane. It was actually destroyed by the first one that came in, and Michael finished it. And we're in its initial stages. The walls have been raised, so now we need to do the framing and the inside walls. It's difficult to see this because the actual hurricane was 10 months ago, and with all of the efforts to rebuild the area, with all of the activities that are going on by volunteering in different organizations, the area is still far from coming back.
If we can just forget about the question of what about me and just do things what is needed for the situation, I think this will go a long way in being a more servant leader in the future, which is exactly what the company wants at this point in time.
So I've been personally involved with Habitat for Humanity since 2002. It makes you a better person by sharing with others something that they don't currently have, by making your country, your community, your state a little bit better place to live in. You're starting to again see the town come to life. So we're creating the conditions to start this community back up, and as people start moving in, you're going to have more people come in.
GE has been the bomb, let me tell you. They have accomplished more than we thought was going to get done in the last couple of days. GE being here, as well as a lot of other volunteers being on the ground and helping rebuild, is big progress. I mean, you've seen us, we're almost a year out and you still see the devastation. It's very important for corporates to know that anything that they can donate, or whether it be volunteering and helping, or if it's funding, or if it's supplies, whatever it is, it's only helping us rebuild quicker and getting people back into their homes, kids back into school. Just know that we really, really appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the volunteers that come and help, but we really appreciate your help this week.
All Hands and Hearts is focused on helping to recover and revitalize areas after natural disasters. They're committed to meeting both the immediate and long-term needs of affected communities, and volunteers have been stationed in the Bay County area since just days after the hurricane made landfall. The XLP team partnered on several different projects throughout the week, helping with mold removal, sanitation, tile and debris removal, and rebuilding.
A team, 4 of us, are at Jane's house. She's 88 years old and she lives by herself. Her house was damaged by Hurricane Michael. Since this morning, we've been mudding, taping, and sanding. We've been partnering with All Hands and All Hearts, and people are naturally curious and grateful and thankful of us taking time and coming and help them. Even with small things, it makes a big difference.
This far out from the actual event of the hurricane, we definitely are very low on volunteer numbers. It's just not getting as much coverage on TV as it was when it first happened, so a lot of people forget. And when we have these large groups come out, you're giving us the manpower to get the work done that we need to get done.
So 9 of us came here yesterday to start restoration on the Boys and Girls Club. About half the building missing the roof, so our job is to try to get it in a better place so it can be restored. Yeah, so I know what a Boys and Girls Club can mean for a community. It's a place where kids can go, have something to do. It's a place where communities can build and you get to know each other, and to be able to come together as one big GE and have a real impact on a community. It's meant a lot.
So having all the extra GE volunteers is really great because we have a lot of manpower, and so something that could have taken 10 days, which I believe the last time we did the other Boys and Girls Club building, it took probably 10 days. This is probably going to take 3 or 4. The big corporations can affect a lot of change because maybe they have the manpower, and so it's really nice that it's something that GE prioritizes, is to get people out working, and I know that the community definitely appreciates it. It's been almost a year and there's clearly still a lot of work to be done, so every person that comes through is super helpful.
By the end of the week, 35 XLPs were able to put in over 1,200 volunteer hours across the Bay County area, installing smoke detectors and sanitizing homes to keep people safe, restoring community centers to help revive community engagement, and painting and building homes to help restore a small amount of normalcy.
Part of the quality of life is having people come in and helping them just get back to normal. By donating your time, you learn the appreciation of helping people and putting them in a better position than they were before, similar to what you all are doing in our community.
It's tough out in this world right now, and y'all just don't know how just your small gesture allows a big world to say, I'm okay.
The effort this team put in was humbling in light of the tremendous amount of work that remains to be done. Bay County has come a long way since Hurricane Michael, but it's still many years away from full recovery. Here's where you can get more information and find out how to help.